Assalamu alaikum. Perhaps you have noticed and wondered that so many a times we let go of many mistakes that children make merely on the basis of, oh, he's just a child. Oh, ye to chota sa ek bachcha hai. Just let it go. It's all right. When he grows up, he'll grow out of it. When he grows up, he'll learn. He'll understand it more. It's okay. These little things don't matter. You've probably heard these excuses a gazillion times in social settings where children are making mistakes and their elders, their parents, their grandparents, aunts and uncles around them are not stopping them from doing those mistakes again and again. And this is a situation that I have seen so many times, and it bothers me to the bone. I do not understand how people cannot relate that if a child is not stopped from a mistake, from something that is morally, ethically, or generally socially wrong, against the norms of the society, against the norms of a culture, a religion, or a particular social setup, how can you expect that child to grow up and understand how that thing that was acceptable when he was younger will no longer be acceptable as he grows older? And that is one of the biggest mistakes parents tend to make. They do not stop their children from making minute mistakes when they're younger and expect the child to understand that just because he's grown older, he needs to now stop doing the same thing. I remember a situation. I was sitting as an observer, as a witness to the situation, and I saw this small kid was throwing a temper tantrum. He was going all over the place, being chaotic and throwing things all around, screaming, yelling, because he didn't want to share his toy with another child. The other child was just a few years elder to him. So if this child was 2 years old, let's say the other child was 5. And the parent consistently kept asking the elder one, who, by the way, is also a child, to just let it go. It's all right if he doesn't share. It's all right. Just give your toys to him because, oh, he's just a kid. Oh, he's smaller. Oh, take care of him. And then I saw that child running up to his mom and saying, Mama, is this fine? Is it all right if I do that? And the mother, so embarrassed by the situation, kept trying to convince him that no, it's not fine. But in this situation, beta, you have to do this. You have to give up your right because the other one does not understand. And that's just as an observer, just sitting there and seeing the situation at hand. I thought there is the biggest mistake that these parents are making. Age does not define. Age does not change what's right from what's wrong. Age should change our approach to it. I remember there was a very famous ad, an advertisement that was displayed on television, and I was sitting with my husband and I was watching that. And the concept of the ad was a small child. He took some money out of his mom's purse without informing her, without taking permission. And the elders of the family were saying, when the mother started reprimanding him and saying, oh, you shouldn't have done that, she was scolding him. The elders of the family started scolding the mother instead. And rather than telling the child that he was that wrong, they started telling the mother to just be quiet because he's just a child. Just one of those elders stood up and said, no. If you do not stop him right now, he will grow up and become a thief. He will grow up and become a liar. He will become corrupt and morally wrong in so many other ways just because he was not stopped at this moment. And that advertisement is exactly what is replayed again and again in our house day after day after day. We do not stop our children from making mistakes at a younger age. Yes, we should not be slapping them. We should not be scolding them very harshly. We should not be punishing them too harshly because they're young, so they do not understand why such a harsh approach is taken by us. However, we need to stop them from making that mistake, just saying that it's not right. And as they grow older, giving more meaning to the same concept again and again. So when they are old enough to understand the concept, they can relate it back and say, this thing was never right. Even when I was 2, even when I was 6, even now when I'm 26. This is not right. It will never be right. A small child making a mistake, a small child lying will never be right. If you ingrain this thought in your child's mind at no matter what age, even if he's a few months, even if he's just nearing 2 years old, that child would know, no matter what the circumstances, no matter what culture, no matter where he goes and what he's doing, right remains right and wrong remains wrong. And that is the key to having a principally centered child and principally centered adult. Thank you.